off playing with the engine.
We got to get this one.
What is that red button there?
That stops it and starts it.
Stops and starts it. Yeah, we was out at Fuller. That's where we was at. He landed the damn thing. I think it was on number 2 fairway. He's circling around up there.
No, it's 3. Number 3 fairway. Because number
3 is a par 3.
Okay, number 2. Okay, yeah.
It's kind of up on a hill, right's the woods.
Yeah.
And it's like downhill over here in a little tree line.
Yeah, that's
here.
right.
It's not real wide, but
I keep forgetting
wide
that.
enough for a plane.
Yeah.
And now they swapped them up because number 1 is a par 3, about 200-yard par 3, and it's a tough par 3 because it sits here like at an angle.
Yeah.
This is all downhill here. And if you don't hit the green, you're pretty much in bad shape.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And I've never seen a golf course with a par 3 for a starting hole.
Yeah, but it's a long par 3.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's slow. People get on the green and there's maybe 5 groups waiting, and a lot of them won't wave you on. So a par 3 immediately causes the whole golf course to be backed up if you have it on the number 1.
Right.
It's all right, number 10, but in fact, they've changed them around. The par 3 now is 10, and 10 is 1.
Okay.
Short par 4, all downhill. You can drive the green if you hit it really bust it.
So he lands on
2, right past that par 3 is 1.
Yeah.
And then 2 just runs down here. The only thing about 2 is it's a good landing spot. It's just woods to the right. So, it's not real wide, but it's probably.
Were you with him?
I was playing golf.
I was
down there, and planes circling around, sound like it's out of gas,
Yeah, man.
We all go, hey, that plane here's in trouble. You can tell he was in trouble.
Yeah.
Of course, he was faking all this, sputtering around and flying around in a tight circle.
Yeah.
I think he's going to crash.
Yeah.
Sure enough, here he comes in. That's about 3 big circles. Like I said, we're going down towards the green, and he comes in from the clubhouse.
Yeah.
Of course, he's drunk.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all play some golf, huh? But they don't get any crazier. He's done things that nobody on this earth has done unless it was an accident.
Yeah.
I mean, he does this stuff like deliberate, like,
let's
go down there and touch the river and spin the wheels on the plane.
Yeah.
Well, only other person I know who's ever done that was like out of gas or crashing or something. It wasn't like down there for fun, spinning the wheels on the river.
Was he in the war?
Which war?
2?
Yeah.
Korea?
Yeah, he was a gunner.
Well, no wonder
ship.
No wonder he's got balls. So he's in the Navy.
Hell, I remember like another time he had a wreck somewhere down Mississippi, Holly Springs or somewhere. He broke his neck, so his head went up under his arm. He just,
yeah.
So here's his head, like here. He grabs his hair, he has long hair, and he grabs his hair and pulls his head back up here and drives to the hospital. And it's like 50 miles to the hospital. And back then, this is back in...
He's holding his head the whole time?
Yeah, and it's single lane road all the way coming and going real tight. Lamar is 2 lanes and it's real narrow. And of course, most of Lamar, or either all of it's 4 lanes without a highway now. But this is back in the late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah.
But, and then another time he broke his back in a car wreck or something down the same area. He lived, that's where his family lived, down there in New Albany. It's about 70, 80 miles or something, on down 78. Another time he broke his back, and the damn ambulance right there at Mississippi-Tennessee line, I think he was going to the Methodist, has a wreck and totals the ambulance.
With him in it?
Yeah.
Huh.
And I forgot, he got out and with a broken back. I don't remember, but he had to get it out himself or something. It totaled the ambulance, and I don't remember just how he got to the hospital. But that's kind of crazy shit he does.
Yeah.
There's nothing I know of that he hadn't done or wouldn't do. He's the kind of person you wouldn't dare. And also, he was tough. I mean, just like when he cut that thumb off over, he didn't, oh, wow, you know, and all of that crap. He didn't, oh, shit, you know, I'm going to miss 4 hours of fishing.
Yeah.
You know. By the time I go to the hospital and all this stuff, there's no way I can get back over here by daylight. You know, he's more upset about losing 4 hours of fishing than he is his thumb.
Yeah, I love that car he had with the deer handle gear shifts. Remember that?
Well, all that stuff he made is that one that had sleeping in the back.
Yeah, the red and white one.
Yeah,
yeah.
That was what do they call them? You know, like it was a Chevrolet pickup truck. They made El Camino.
El Camino, yeah.
And he built the back. The reason he built that back on there, he hunts and fish almost half the year.
Yeah.
He's either hunting or fishing.
And living out of that thing.
Yeah. Well, he got a bed back there, and he just, you know, keeps him from. Well, he couldn't. No way he could afford a motel because he hunts and fishes 5-6 days a week.
Yeah.
So wherever he goes, he can just jump in the back and sleep.
You don't have to build a.
And also, if he, I don't know how or why, but I've never seen anybody that could pick up women like him.
Yeah.
Now, to me, Harold looked like Frankenstein.
Yeah.
He kind of, you know, his neck been broke so many times, kind of, you know, lopsided or something to me, you know. And there was nothing about him to me that was good looking. And like I said, when he was like 65 years old, he died when he was in his 70s. And he died in a car wreck. He let some 18-year-old girl drive. He took down to the lake.
Yeah.
Had his boat behind that truck.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it, the El Camino that he converted over. So down there at Sars, I believe it was at Sars, they had 2 or 3 of those sharp curves.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go at 10 mile an hour or something like that, 5 mile an hour. Well, he lets this girl drive, and he's dragging a boat behind him, his boat. He'd been fishing all day. He's tired. He tells her, you know, drive us to the interstate and I'll take over or something that way. And about 20 miles back on a back single lane road. Well, she comes to one of them dead man curves and she went around it too fast. And I guess she never had drove a vehicle towing something, had that boat back there. So when she goes around this L curve, it went to the left, and of course he's over there. He's sleeping, you know, and so when he went around it, it went up on 2 wheels. The car did.
Yeah.
And it was like sitting there trying to figure out was it going to flip or not. You know, depending on what she did. A good driver might have saved it. In other words.
Yeah.
It probably hadn't been a real good driver, but. Or either you could take your chances. It's kind of like 50-50, which way it went, roll over or whatever. Well, anyway, she rolled it, and it was one of those real slow rolls, like you got up here and just stopped, and like, which way, this way or this way? And it rolled over real gently, like. But, in fact, if it flipped over fast, it might have been all right, because he was sleeping like this, leaning up against the door, and he's a big man, weighs like I said, 300 pounds. He's about 6'6", no fat at all on him, strong as any man in the world. And when he leaned up against that door, that old El Camino, just the door flew open. And of course, his head slides out just enough that the car rolls right on his neck.
Yeah.
Of course, it breaks his neck from here down, and they it didn't kill him. I don't. It's a miracle it didn't kill him. You know, he stays there, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes with the car on top of his neck, and till the wrecker gets there. And but anyway, he's at the hospital over here at John Gaston, and I go in there to see him, and he tells me to unplug the machine's keeping him alive. He can't breathe on his own.
Yeah.
And he, you know, thought, turn them off.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, well, Harold, I don't know. And he goes, turn them off. And so anyway, I would have probably
But
I
you
didn't know
but you
Poppy
didn't.
could. I would have in New York second.